guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. I'm Mari of So Disorganised, and I'm coming on today to do something a little bit different. So the weather is rubbish outside, it's horrible and rainy, so I'm sorry if you can hear that. It sounds quite noisy from here, but hopefully it won't pick up too much on the camera. And before I start, because I always forget to do this, I thought I'll tell you what I'm wearing, sorry. So this is the Mandy Boat tee from Tessuti Patterns, and if you've been on my Instagram you might have seen it. I've made it up in this really nice soft cotton jersey from the rag shop, and it's just a really nice comfortable piece of clothing that I've actually been wearing. I've barely taken it off basically. So anyway, today I thought I would come on, and I know in the past couple videos I've been saying that I'm doing a bit of a fabric slowdown. And I've got so much fabric in my stash that I thought what I'll do instead is I'll do a fabric appreciation day. A stash appreciation day. So today is just, and I'm going to do I think a few of these, just where I go through the fabric in my stash and pick out a few pieces, decide what I want to make with them, and just so that when I want to buy more fabric or I'm tempted, I can remind myself that actually I've not just got fabric, I've got a pile of projects that I really want to work on. So I've picked out just a few here, and yeah, I will be talking through my plans, where I bought them from, like if I had any original plans for them, if my plans have changed. And I would love to hear in the comments what you think I should make with them, because some of this fabric has been in my stash for a while, and obviously, as happens, when I bought them, things changed. So what I intended to make with them originally, I probably don't, that's probably changed a lot now since then. And new patterns have been released since then, I've had new inspiration. But, so it's constantly changing. So if you guys have got any ideas what you'd like to see me make with them, please let me know. I'd love to hear it, and I'd love to know your thoughts on it. I will link to the shops where I bought this, but as just said, it's been in my stash for a while, some of it, so it might not be in stock. But go check it out, because you know you might find some other stuff in there that you like, and like the fabric shops I bought them from do have loads of great stock in them. So yeah. Okay, so I will start with this, and this is a really cute Moomin Jersey, if you can see. That I bought a little while back from, I think it's Caboodle, I think that's how you say it, Caboodle Textiles, and I bought this, and this is still going to be what I intended to make with it, to make a ringer tee, a Rio ringer tee from True Bias, because I don't know if anybody grew up watching the Moomins, I absolutely loved it as a child, and when I saw this, it just flooded back memories of, yeah, so just I thought it'd be a really, really cute summer one to do. So I'm going to pair it with some white bias binding along the cuffs and the neckband, and I just think this is going to look really, really cute with like vintage style jeans. It will just have a really nice retro look to it. So I don't know if this is still in stock. I would go check it out, because I think they do replenish. They have replenished the stock of this before. And there's also the same design in a blue colourway, and I think they have a couple of other Moomin designs in different colourways. I think it was like £14 a metre, so it's not the cheapest, but it's really, really good quality. And I just thought it's going to make a really cute one-of-a-kind t-shirt that, yeah, would just look really, really good down the beach, and you know, in the summer compare with shorts, and I'll get a lot of wear out of this. So I do want to make a few t-shirts, and I was thinking of batch sewing, so I probably will get on with this soon. I've got a couple other projects and a few pattern tests I'm working through, but as soon as that slows down, I will get on to just making a few staple items, and this will definitely be coming up first. So watch this space, because you probably will see photos of me in this very soon. Okay, moving on. Next is this, and it's like a flocked Ponte Roma. So I'll take off my tags. So I probably should have done this beforehand. And it's like a flocked, quite thick Ponte Roma fabric, with this lovely leopard print burned on design. And I bought this with the intention of making a cardigan, and I can't actually remember. I did have a pattern in mind when I bought it, and I can't remember what cardigan pattern I was going to make with it. But since then I've changed my mind, and I've been more thinking I'd quite like to make the Appolon sweater from I Am Patterns, but I was thinking it would look really cute as like the dress version of that. And it's not the softest Ponte Roma, it's got a bit of a polyester plasticky feel, which is probably why I've been a bit put off sewing it up. But it's quite a nice warm fabric, and I do think that the design will look really, really nice. Like maybe with some gold jewellery, like some big gold earrings, maybe a little necklace. And like pair it with some just plain black tights and boots, and I think this would be a really cute winter outfit that obviously, you know, not on the cold days, but when it starts getting a bit warmer, because it's quite a thick Ponte, that I think this would be a really cute little dress. And I believe this was from Fabric Godmother, and I don't think it's in stock anymore. But yeah, oh, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. But yeah, so this is going to be the Appolon dress from I Am Patterns, unless I change my mind before I get to sew this up. And hopefully the plasticky feel won't... I mean, I'm not sure how much stretch is needed for the pattern. There's not a massive amount of stretch to this. It's got almost a scuba feel to it. That's probably, yeah, the best way to describe it. It is a Ponte Roma, but I'd say it feels more like a scuba than a Ponte. And there's not a huge ton of stretch there, so I'll probably have to size up. But unless you guys have got a better idea on what you think I should make with this, this will become a sweater dress, and we'll just I just hope that it'll be a lot more comfortable on the skin than it feels as just a piece of fabric. So next is another leopard print, because I do have a few leopard prints in my stash. So like I said, I plan to do this a few times just to try and work through my stash and remind myself of the fabric that's in there. And you will notice that I have got quite a few leopard print pieces. So that was not easy to say, because I went through a bit of a phase of it, and I think I'm not actually completely out of there yet, because I do still get drawn to those prints. So this is another Ponte Roma, and this is from My Fabrics. And I think I got 3 meters of this. So I got 1 meter of the first fabric. I believe there's 2 meters of the flock jersey. I'm not 100%, the flock Ponte. But this I got 3 meters, so I've got plenty of fabric to work with. And I bought this to make the Fjord cardigan from Papercut Patterns, and I still quite like the idea of it for that. But I'm also thinking maybe like a Blackwood, something slightly longer. It is definitely going to be a cardigan. I'm just kind of a bit torn. Like, what would you guys think? Maybe the Fjord or like the Blackwood? Like I said, I've got 3 meters, so if I can get a couple out of this, then ideal. But it's a really, really nice, high quality Ponte Roma. Lovely warm hand to it, nice and thick. It's got, you know, decent amount of stretch, so I can get away with pretty much, you know. And I've got, like I said, I've got 3 meters, so that opens it up for pretty much any cardigan that I want to make. But yeah, I just think that I don't tend to really wear long cardigans, because usually unless it's like in the summer, I wear a lot of cardigans in the winter, and then I wear a coat over the top. And I really don't like it when you can see like the bottom of a cardigan hanging out from a coat. I just think that the coat should always be longer than the base layer, obviously unless it's like a dress or something. But for like the summer and the spring where I don't need a coat and I can just wear a cardigan, I think this would make a really cute Blackwood. But like I said, if you've got, you know, what are your favourite cardigan patterns, I'd love to hear it, I'd love to know. And yeah, I do plan to get this sewn up really soon because I actually completely forgot about it, and you know, now that I've had time to look at it, I actually really do love this, and I think this would be a really, really nice autumn piece because of the colours. Yeah, it would just make a lovely, lovely just autumn throw on. I don't really know where else I'm going with that. That's pretty much covered it, but yeah. So, like I said, please let me know what cardigan patterns you would suggest, but for, you know, for now it's either going to be the Fjord cardigan from Papercut or the Blackwood cardigan from Helens Closet. Okay, so moving on to 2 left, 3 down, 2 to go. This is a wool knit from Fabric Godmother again. And it's a lovely, I know it's not really going to show up how thick it is and how, like, the quality of it is incredible. It's got like an almost knitted feel to it. And I've got 2 meters of this, I believe. 2 or 3 meters, I'm not sure. I don't think this is in stock now. I don't think this is in stock anymore, but this is going to be, well, I bought this with the intention of making a long cardigan, but as said before, like, I think that I don't like it peeping out, and I think it's just too wet. Like, in the summer, this is going to be too warm to wear, like, just to wear as a throw over. Maybe in the evenings, but it is a very thick wool. And in the winter, it's just too wet, so I'll obviously be wearing a coat. So I like the idea of a baggy, oversized turtleneck jumper. I think that would be really cute in this. But I'm also thinking maybe like the Marlo sweater from True Bias, because it's got that kind of grandpa style feel to it. And yeah, I just think that it would make a really, really cute if I like size up on the Marlo. It's definitely got that oversized, comfortable feeling. Like the thing I worry about if I make it like into an oversized turtleneck is I'll look like a bit like an old fisherman, because it's got that, definitely got that feel to it. And I love this fabric, so I don't want to make it up in, like, whatever I make it up in, I want to get a lot of wear out of. Like I said, I just don't want to look like an old fisherman. So I'm thinking maybe the Marlo cardigan, because then I can look like a grandpa, which is much better. But yeah, so I probably will have a bit of a think about this. Like, does anyone get that you get all this gorgeous fabric and then you're terrified to cut into it because of it, like, because you don't want to make something that you're going to hate and then just waste the fabric? And I feel like that's where I'm at with this, because it's out of stock. I wouldn't be able to get it again. I think it is dead stock fabric. I just worry that I'll cut into it, hate what I make, and then I'll have wasted just a really, really nice piece of fashionable knitwear, as Gromit would say. No, Wallace from Wallace and Gromit. Yeah, weird reference, if you know, you know. Like, if you haven't watched Wallace and Gromit, I would recommend it. It is, like, the height of British TV. It is wonderful. But I digress, moving on. Yeah, I don't want to ruin a very fashionable piece of knitwear. So this will probably end up staying in my stash for a little bit longer till I can bring up the courage to actually cut into it and turn it into, like, I want to be sure basically what I make. And that was a heck of a rant. I'm sorry. I will move on swiftly to the last piece because I think I've gone on a bit of a tangent there. Okay, so this, I don't know if you're not from the UK, or even if you are, you might not have heard of Trago Mills. It's basically just a huge, like, I want to say superstore, but it's not. I can't really like department warehouse. I'm not really sure, but they sell everything. They sell like things for your car, they sell furniture, things for your garden, things for your house. Like, everything you need. It's your one-stop shop for everything. Like, you know, just, yeah. And they also have a small fabric department. So I picked up this a couple years back, and it's like I'm not sure of the content. They don't tend to put it on the labels. It's like, I'm gonna say it's probably like some polyester blend, like cotton canvas polyester blend. I'm not 100% sure, but I bought it with the intention to make the Sapporo coat from Papercut Patterns. But since then, I've made a few, and I just don't think this would really suit that style. I think it would look a bit nicer as more of a long, sleek, tailored coat. It's not the thickest fabric. Like, when I bought this, I hadn't been sewing that long, and so I didn't have as much of an understanding about fabric as I do now, and like what works with certain patterns, what doesn't. And I think I got like a little bit caught up in the print, because it's just this gorgeous rust autumnal colours and this really nice chevron print. It's got like the tiniest bit of comfort stretch, not a great deal, and it's like, I'd say, yeah, it's like kind of a canvassy weight, so it's not massively thick. And I got 3.5 meters of this, so I've got plenty to work with, but now I'm kind of a bit unsure on what to make with it. So I think it would be a really cute Ilford jacket, but then I also feel like, because I've got so much of the fabric, I should really utilise that and like make maybe like a length-size duster coat. Or, saying that, how cute would this be as like a blazer and skirt set? Would that be a bit much? Let me know if you think that would work, or you think it would just be a bit too in your face, because now I'm kind of seeing this as a co-ord set. See, that's the problem when you buy it ages ago and then amazing patterns get released and your ideas change, and then it's just really, really hard to decide what to settle on. So I honestly, I did buy this fully intending to make a coat, but now I just have no idea. Please help me. What would you make with this? What are your favourite coat patterns? Would you make a co-ord blazer set? Help me. Help me. But yeah, I'm stumped now. This was meant to be productive in giving me inspiration, and honestly, I feel more confused than ever now. But yeah, so that is my stash for my stash appreciation day, and yeah, and now I've got a lot of thinking to do. But share your thoughts with me, share what you'd make with me. And like I said, I do plan to do a couple of these, so I plan to work through my stash and just give myself loads of inspiration, loads of outfit ideas, styling ideas, and hopefully this year you'll be able to see me actually sewing into a few of these, and I'll be able to actually hold myself accountable for spending less and buying less, and you know, because I just feel like we sew to be sustainable. And I've started seeing my fabric stash in a different way. Before, like, I kind of saw it as, oh, you buy fabric, it's enjoyable, the rush you get. But it's just as bad as if I were to buy like loads of clothes. So, like, I look at my stash and I try and imagine them as clothes and think, like, if I had all those clothes, or I bought all those clothes, I would see that as excessive, and I wouldn't see that as sustainable. So, the idea is to just start working through what I've got and hopefully be able to set up a few gifts for people from it. Like the stuff that I don't like, either do a de-stash or sew it into things that people will love and they'll get use out of. But yeah, in the want to be sustainable, my plan is to work through it, assess it, and try and get a better understanding of how just intense my fabric stash is, and the fact that, you know, I don't, you know, I saw somebody say, like, if you have like some clothing and you put some away and you forget about them, then you obviously they don't have that much use in your wardrobe. And there's so many fabrics in there that I've forgotten about, that I bought because I love. They got put in my stash and then I just can't remember what's in there, and I just think, well, that's so wasteful. That's yeah, like I might as well. Anyway, I've kind of gone on like a different tangent, and I might cut this because it's a bit much, but that is my plans. Let me know what you would make with them. I'd love to hear. And keep your eyes peeled for seeing if I actually do sew these up, and the next fabrics and the next stash appreciation day. I cannot say that for the life of me. And the next stash appreciation day. Thanks, bye!